Hello, everybody. My name is Abigail Doust, and I am so glad that you are here with me. I'm assuming that you would like to learn a little bit more about how to leverage coaching skills for incredible impact. And if so, you're in the right place. I'm making this video because I want to introduce you to me and a little bit to what I mean by coaching skills. I am a certified professional coach, and I am a coach with the International Coaching Federation. And I am also the founder and trainer at Equipping for Impact. And it is a privilege for me to come alongside people in their professions and in their personal lives and make a huge impact. And this video for you is specifically for folks in the financial industry. So this is not just for advisors or not just for people who are client facing, but also people who are planning coordinators and HR managers and operation directors. And we've had all kinds of folks like that come through the program. And I'm excited to tell you more about some of the things that we do. Here are just some of the folks that have graduated from Equipping for Impact coaching programs in the financial realm specifically. This is Deborah and Justin and Shannon and Tom and Amy and Shelby, and they would love to connect with you through their testimonies on my website, but also even you could email them or talk to them because they are glad to share about their experience. One of the transformational opportunities that I want to offer you is a class called EFI Coaching Mindset. And it is practical and applicable and interactive. And specifically, if you choose EFI Coaching Mindset Financial, it's for financial professionals. This is going to give you some personal feedback so you can tweak some habits and help you gain the confidence and competence that you need to be able to have transformational conversations. So let's just level set first. What does coaching mean to you? I want to recognize that people use the word coaching, they throw it around in all kinds of different ways. And so we need to make sure that we're defining it in the same way so that we can be on the same page. So sometimes people use the word coaching, but they really mean something a little bit more directive, like a basketball coach who tells everyone what to do. It's because they have the master plan, they know how things need to go together, the different plays that are going to leverage the strengths of different people and make awesome things happen. That's important. It's an important kind of coaching. And this can be accomplished with kindness, confidence, and efficiency. It's very important in our world. But I would challenge that there is other kinds of coaching. And what if there is a more effective, transformative way to help people? Would you want to know more about how to do that? I hope so. And I would like to unpack that concept with you a little bit. Coaching defined. Oh, these two examples of definitions blow my mind. I could even figure out what part to highlight or italicize or underline because it's so good. One definition I saw of coaching is partnering with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their personal and professional potential. Yes, please. Like, yes, let's bring it. Also, I like this definition. The process of coaching often unlocks previously untapped sources of focus, imagination, productivity, and leadership. It just accesses all kinds of things. It unlocks potential. And that's what makes me personally passionate about it. I think this is especially important in the financial industry because of quotes like this one from McKinsey and Company that talks about how we need to shift in the financial industry so that we have people who are more able to coach because a lot of the information that people might have reached out for earlier is available online. So how are you going to be different? How are you going to be more? Let's not wait and just expect that to happen. Let's be proactive. So when I think about how we use coaching, how I use coaching, how my graduates use it, here's just a throw it at the wall example of some of the things. We use coaching to evoke awareness, to help people understand what is going on here, introducing change, building trust, which is super important, expanding a client's vision of the future, developing an effective strategy, identifying values, which a lot of you do already, but then exploring how to live them out, and not forward facing, encouraging team members, leading well, making sure we're listening and being open minded to how other people on the team see things. And honestly, in everyday conversations, everywhere we go, it's a ripple effect that graduates have experienced where their professional life has changed, but also so many other avenues of life are changed. So I want to recognize as a financial person and perhaps an advisor that you advise, you give advice to people, they come to you for that. And there's a little bit of a clash sometimes, or a tension at the very least, between consulting and coaching. So how do we have a less directive style where we're actually asking questions when we also have great answers? Like, I can't just say, and how do you feel about that? And what would you like to do about that? Because they don't know and they came to you for advice, right? So I just recognize there's a tension here. And I want to encourage you that not only will we stop fighting it like this, but I think we're going to have some really good balance. We're going to know when to do the consulting and when to do the coaching. And it's going to be an incredible balance that we're going to explore. This Venn diagram kind of shows that. I believe that there are these skills that you need for financial advising. There are these skills you need in coaching. And there really is a really strong crossover where this is what advising with coaching skills can look like. And that's the sweet spot that really gets me excited for you. Now, my disclaimer is I am not a financial advisor, so I will not be giving financial advice. I love Jerry Maguire, the movie, and Tom Cruise screaming, "Show me the money." And the money that people, I recognize there's pressure, like people are coming to you, grow my wealth, help me navigate this, help me figure out what to do. And this is a challenging career. So I am not going to get into the financial side at all. I'm on the coaching side and I'm coming alongside you so that you can do what you do even better. My background is really in education at first. I have taught teens and college students and adults in all kinds of different realms. I was certified as a coach in 2014 and then became ICF certified in 2020, right as the pandemic was starting. I have been training and coaching skills since 2016, and my style, as you might be able to tell already, is practical and real, authentic, interactive, and transformative. Now, the interactive you can't tell, and I'll have to say it's really hard for me just to talk into a screen because I would never usually talk this long without engaging you, the students, and talking together collectively about how this impacts you or how we might be able to use this. So this is a new world, but this is my style. And I also wrote a book called Authentic Conversations. You can check that out if you want. It is faith based. And so take that for as you move forward. And thousands of clients have that I've had the privilege to work with, whether it's training or coaching individuals, couples, leaders, teams. It's really been a privilege for me to do deep dive with all kinds of people over the years. This is my sweet family. I am originally from Ohio, lived in Texas for a long time, and now I'm in Colorado. I've been married to my husband Scott for 28 years. There he is there. And I have four kids. You can see here they're 21, 19, 17, and 15. And we play games, we watch musicals, we sing loudly, all kinds of musicals, and we have goofy times like for my husband's birthday, which is what this picture was. Now, I want to tell you how coaching changed everything for me because this is my story, and I know that you might be able to relate to this. I had all kinds of authority type roles. I was a teacher, a professor, I was in pastoral care, and people came to me for help when they were hurting. And I've been a director in a lot of different realms. And so I had this position where I could tell people what to do and that people came to me needing things. I was leading marriage and relationship conferences with my husband. I was having all kinds of sessions and helping people mediate conflict. And I found myself perplexed, asking, why don't they do what they say they're going to do? Why don't they do what I told them to do? Why are they ghosting me now and not coming back? Like it was just confusing. Aren't people coming because they need help and they want to do the things? They're coming to me because they want the smart thing that I'm going to say. And it was very confusing. And if I'm being honest, super frustrating. and it took the joy out of it for me sometimes. And eventually, my husband and I both took coach training to get credentials. We just wanted some letters behind our names. We wanted some authority. We thought more authority might bring that wisdom. And boy, the joke was on me because coach training changed my life. It untapped things that I didn't know I could tweak, and judgment and bias that I didn't know I had, and some nuances that I could change in the way I do things. Add to that now all the years of experience I have. I'm very thankful that coaching skills were unlocked for me. It unlocked transformation with all kinds of conversations, the ones at home, the ones with my teenagers, the ones at work, when I was helping clients, and in the community, the roles where I was serving. I was really able to come alongside people better, and it made a huge difference. I would never want to go back. So what do you need? Which symptom, I guess you could say, motivates you or makes you want to go do something differently? Maybe you want to help people in deeper ways or more transformation. Maybe you know you missed some opportunities. You miss maybe building trust or recognizing the uniqueness in their situation. It might be that you know you have bias or judgment that gets in the way. You might not even realize how much it's impacting you and the conversation. It could be that you're distracted, you mishear, or you misunderstand. And you can tell there's a little bit of a barrier, like you're wearing a hazmat suit as you try to help somebody. And maybe you just want more. Maybe you want more impact. Maybe you want more meaning in what you do, or maybe you want incredible growth and you want to just expand the business. You want everyone to refer you to all their friends and family. And these are the types of things that can happen when you have coaching skills in your tool belt. In addition to the things we need, our clients need us. They need us to do something more. They're not doing what we suggest because we're missing something. Maybe they long to live out their values and they don't know how. Our clients are not sure what they want. Or what's blocking them. Some of them even have downright self-sabotaging behaviors because they don't realize what they really want and how their choices are impacting them. People want to change, or maybe more accurately, they want change. And they really need help to get there. And whether that's going to be you or someone else on your team, someone else on your in your office that would help them, but that change is a process. And right now our conversations are currently leaving depth on the table. There is so much more real change that could happen and incredible impact that could happen that will impact you and your team and all the people you help. So when I think about the power of coaching, I just have a few verbs here that are powerful: connect, help, suspend, navigate, co-create, and grow. I love this because when you unleash the power of coaching, you can connect authentically and listen and ask questions, which builds trust. You can help people more because you can help them identify the issues, what's going on and what they want, and truly suspend and change some of your habits that are keeping you from being open-minded and really hearing what they're saying. I also love this one. I love helping people navigate those messy conversations. I think financial folks are half therapists because there's so much messy in life and it's just real. And so I love giving you some tools and skills to navigate through that and how to respond, especially when things get a little off path and you need to get back to the meeting agenda. Uh, the navigating is real. Also, we want to co-create. And what I mean by that is getting sticky with them because you're helping them build something that really is achievable for them. And that leads to those next steps. And you will grow, they will grow, and your business can grow as your conversations are transformed. So coaching skills pave the way for all kinds of things. I put just a few on here, like you could fulfill your mission and purpose even more, and that could be life-changing for you. Maybe you're going to help people well or grow your business, maybe become more effective, which could be really great. And at the very least, you're going to get a front row seat to watch real change happen all around you. And you can build the team or the dream that you are imagining. And I want to help you get that. I want to come alongside you. One of the people that I have helped is Tom. He is a private wealth advisor at Guidelight, which is an Ameriprise business in Ohio. And he said, EFI coach training made me a more empathetic listener and has moved my conversations from transactional to transformational. As a financial planner, I utilize my coaching skills and it has been immensely rewarding. And I love that for Tom, and I want that for you. Shelby says, EFI coaching mindset is a great use of time. The course is so organized. Thank you, Shelby. It was an easy curriculum to follow and plan for each week. The class helped me to better understand how my clients could achieve better, more effective plans. If I talk less, listen more, and ask the right types of questions to help them come up with a plan that is best fit for their style. I love that. Shelby is a private wealth advisor with Triple Crown in Kentucky. These are just some of the folks I told you that you could take a peek at them and check out equippingforimpact.com for more of those stories. But right now, I want to get back to you. What do you value? When we talk about helping clients identify what they value most, these are some of the common values that I've seen come across with my students. The first one is really personal to me. Meaningful work is super important to me. And that's why I founded Equipping for Impact, because I value making an impact, making a difference. And I want to come alongside other people who also want to have meaningful work. I also have a high level of excellence. So I want to do really great things. And I think coaching skills help with that excellence. I also want to help others. People who are in the service industry, we want to come alongside and really come along with what people actually need. And you can do that with coaching skills. But maybe you're really passionate about what money can unleash and the philanthropy that can happen. And that's really exciting when you have coaching skills. Family and stability values, you're going to have more of that when you grow your business and when you can have great, meaningful conversations at home. And faith and spirituality could be the reason why you do all the things. And it's good to unpack that and understand how that motivates you and challenges you every day. So in addition to helping you understand what kind of training I can offer and I do offer and how we can work together, I'd also like to give you some things that you can start on right now. And so I want to jump into 5 myths and truths and tactics to start today so that you can start to implement some of these things that I talk about in my training. And so you can pause this at any time. You can take screenshots, you can take notes. Let's unpack 5 myths so that you can get started with some of these things right now. The first myth we're going to talk about is if they come for help, they are ready to change. Wouldn't that be lovely? It took me a while to figure this out. I thought if you are calling me, if you are scheduling with me, if you're sitting with me and telling me what's going on, that you must be ready to take change. And the truth is that there may be more to unpack before true change can begin. They or the person that they are in a relationship with maybe made the appointment, but there might be some more steps to take. One of the tools that I really like to share and unpack with people in coach training is this model, which is Prochaska's change model along with DiClemente. And what they show here is a pre-contemplation at the top, which is no intention of changing behavior. A lot of us are in that pre-contemplation. And contemplation is where we actually are aware that there's a problem and there's still no commitment to it. In fact, some of you might be thinking, contemplation of needing some coaching skills, but you're not really ready to take any action in it. Then people get to the place where there's some preparation and they're intent on making some steps, and then there's action. And then even after those actions are taken, there is a maintenance period where you need to keep doing those things. It can be easy to relapse. And when you relapse, you might come right back into maintenance or action, but you might have to go all the way back around again to pre-contemplation to kind of get over that obstacle. So this is a very real deal that changes a process and people are at different levels of this. So here are 5 questions that are just some examples of the kinds of things that you could ask to see where someone is, to kind of do a litmus litmus test on where they are in the change process. One is to straight out ask, how ready are you to take steps to change? And hear what they have to say about that. Now, that's a question that starts with how. Questions that start with what and how are super powerful. They're open-ended, and they give the person you're asking the question to a lot of leniency to answer the way they want. This is a vision question. What could be if you were to move this way? This is like helping them see the potential. What would be the benefits of that? The next question is, what could happen if you don't take action? I call this a negative vision question because it's still asking them to look ahead, but it's look ahead in a negative way. What's going to happen if you don't do something? What's standing in the way? A genuine open question. What's getting in the way? What's standing in the way? What's blocking this for you? And hear what they have to say, how they unpack the things. If you don't overcome some of those, they're not going to be able to move forward. And then finally, a simple 1 to 10, how committed are you? And if they give you a number that is lower than 7, I would explore what else is going on. What can we do to get it higher? What is keeping you? It could be that the step you guys are building is way too big or not the right step at all. So, asking these types of questions will help you read where they are and what is next. The next myth is what works for me will work for them. This is a challenging one because we all have our own journeys. We know how we got where we got, and we know what worked. And so we assume, hey, you're in a similar situation to what I was at this point in my life, and this is what I did. And it's an easy thing for us to assume that the filter we have is what other people had. But the truth is, since each person is unique, it's likely that they'll need their own solution, or at the very least, their own pathway to get to that solution. So, one tip or like tactic I want to make meaty about this is the 3 circles that I use to talk about how each person is unique. Each person has at least these 3 areas in their life that are making them special. A personality is that God wiring that's not likely to change a lot, and it defines how they see success and how they interact with the world. Then family of origin is that upbringing. Where did they grow up? What kind of family did they grow up? Especially, with finances, there's so much in family of origin that influences. And then life experience, what has happened since then that helps shape that for you. So asking questions, first of all, just knowing that they are unique, but then also asking questions about this reminds you that their experience is different than yours. The next myth we have is if I give great advice, they will take steps to follow it, of course, right? And this is so much part of my story because I really did have smart things to say that people weren't doing. And so, what is going on? Can you relate? Do you have this too? The truth is, listening and asking questions are essential. They are so powerful, and they're really important in co creating and identifying that intrinsic motivation, not the extrinsic. I'm scared of what's going to happen, but I'm going to get in trouble, or these other people are going to be disappointed in me, or whatever. But internally, what is going to motivate me? And that's a really powerful way for you to figure out what's next. I like to talk about becoming sticky, and I love the book Financial Advice or Advice That Sticks. And I think communication is like a game of catch. So you want to throw the ball in such a way that someone can catch it. And you want to be the person that's really attentive and working hard to catch what they're saying. Listen to where they are now and what is going on in their circumstances. Find the pain points. Listen to what's not working and what the impact of that is for them in their lives. Leave space for transparency. Be okay with getting a little messy, because you want to create that safe place that they can say what's really going on. Help them identify then moving forward, what do they desire? What do they hope for? What do they long for? What do they want? And co-create those next steps with them at their pace based on the unique self that they are, what they are experiencing. Their pace might be way slower than what you would do, or it might be a lot faster than what you would do. And you don't know what it's like to be married to their spouse or have those kids or live in that kind of environment, what kind of trauma that they've overcome, and so on and so forth. And connecting with their feelings is a powerful way to be sticky, to say what the feelings that you're hearing are, and to ask them for feeling oriented questions. Super powerful. Okay, next myth. The first problem they come with is the real issue. Ah, wouldn't that be convenient? Yes, oftentimes I used to think that if someone came to me and they're like, hey, this is the problem I'm having, this is what I want, that I would believe that. But unfortunately, there's even a chapter in a coaching book that's called The Client Doesn't Know What They Want. Because oftentimes the first issue is not the real issue. People often lead with a problem, they do, but don't jump into that. Don't try to solve that. Hold that thought, unpack a little more, because they might need some safety and exploration to peel back the layers and get to what is really underneath it. They may or may not know what the thing is underneath. They might genuinely be like, "Hey, this is the problem." But if you can help them uncover and peel back the layers a little bit, you're going to solve the real problem, which is going to go so much further. Also, you can get to some of the nuances of it, which is really important. This is a beautiful pyramid I like to use to talk about communication. This originally I saw in John Powell's book, Why Am I Afraid to Tell You Who I Am? And the powerful thing about this is we've got facts and cliche at the bottom, which are an essential part of communication. How's the weather and how about that sports team? And then the facts of like how something's going to go and what happens. Those are important. They're transactional. But we want to create a space in any kind of real conversation. We want to allow room for transformational conversation. That means creating a safe place and asking more questions about ideas they might have, some emotions or feelings that they might have, and what their ultimate dreams, fears, and desires are. And when we can be aware of this and kind of use this tool to our advantage, it unlocks all kinds of deeper conversation. We need to learn how to create that safe place so that people will trust us with the deeper stuff. Next myth. I need to have experienced the same struggles. I hope not, because there are a lot of struggles in this world. There's a lot of pain, and I don't want you to have to have experienced all of it. But the truth is, some of us, especially if you're younger and if you haven't experienced certain things in life, you can feel insecure about that and feel like, oh, I don't know. I've never had a kid go to college before. So what do I know? Or I've never had a divorce or a loss of a child or had a sister with cancer. And so I don't know. I don't know what to do about this. Well, I recognize that. But the truth is that your coaching mindset, like sort of sitting outside the pool, that empathy, the empathetic objectivity you can have as a professional, the way you can learn to build a bridge with them and the pain and the powerful feelings that they're having, but yet that objectivity when you don't know for yourself what that all entails is actually a super powerful combination. In fact, sometimes when I'm coaching folks who have are going through something that I personally have experienced, it can be a little triggering for me, even with all the counseling I've had, that I'm like, that makes me think about it through my lens and the way I experienced that and the filter of what it was like to be me when I experienced something similar. And that actually can get in the way a little bit. So don't worry, you don't have to have experienced all the problems. One of the things I like to do is show the client the three circles and to acknowledge, I don't know what it's like to be you. But I want to help and I believe I can. I'm here for it. And to just rip it off the band-aid that I haven't, I don't know exactly what that's like. Because even if I had a miscarriage, just like what you're describing, or even if I lost a parent at the same age that you were, or in the same way, that wouldn't mean that I really know what it's like to be you in that circumstance. There's so many other factors at play. So, one of the things that happens with coaching with these five tips that I'm talking about is to take smaller steps. I really like unpacking some of the things you can do that make big change. I'm all about the small things that will actually pay off in huge ways. Some of these are to ask questions to identify what matters the most, showing empathy and how do you do that, but stay on task, challenging gently with the cost of staying as is, maybe identifying some self-sabotaging behavior and persevering toward that intrinsic motivation and the real transformation. Taking those little baby steps are what are going to get you there. So I really believe, and maybe you're starting to think too, that it's time to learn some coaching skills. I mean, what is it that you're most excited about? Do you want to connect authentically with each unique person? Do you want to grow your confidence in getting to those real issues? Do you want to increase your ability to evoke awareness in your clients and expand their vision of what could be? Are you excited about creating a safe place to co-create with them? Are you ready to improve your navigation of those challenging conversations? I bet you want to make your advice sticky and learn how to co-create next steps with them. And I'm excited to do that with you. So I want you to pause right now and just think and reflect a little bit and maybe share with someone in your family or share with someone at your workplace. What are the potential benefits of applying coaching skills in your conversations? What are some of the benefits that we've talked about today, or maybe we haven't talked about that would really help you? How could coach training give you an edge or an advantage to what you're already doing? Maybe you're already super successful. What kind of advantage could this give you? And what would it mean to you personally if you could increase your stickiness with your clients? What would that mean for you? What would that mean for your life, for your day, for your business, for your goals? I want to remind you that you're not alone. Here I see pictures of Lainey and Justin and Melissa, and I'm excited for the teams, the people in all kinds of different positions who've experienced this, and you can be on that side too. I would highly recommend that you consider the transformation opportunity of EFI coaching mindset, especially the financial version. This is a 2-hour cohort style class that meets for 8 weeks online. It's live, it's interactive, it's practical, it's applicable. It fun to get to know people, and there is some pre-work that you do before class so that you're completely ready to engage and actually apply it and move forward with it. I give personal feedback to role playing and things that you try, recordings even that you have with conversations so that you can grow and make the changes you need to make to actually apply this. And if it's exciting to you, this will earn you 32 hours of continuing ed credit. So if you're in an industry or field where you need that, there you go. And also, it is half of the journey to a coaching designation. So if you are interested in getting your coaching certification, you're going to be halfway there. And this is what I know and what I've seen again and again. You will grow in your competence and in your confidence in having these transformational conversations. It's really a game changer. It was a game changer for me. And I want this, but I want to caution you, these skills are not going to just appear. They're not going to happen just because the McKinsey study said that you're going to need them. Don't just hang in there. Really, truly, I want you to take action. Get to coach training, get your team to training. Maybe there's someone on your staff that you know needs to lead the way with this. Maybe it's you that needs to lead the way with this. Take action. By taking action, think through what is your next step. It could be to schedule a conversation with me to explore this. I do 15-minute phone conversations and 30-minute video conversations that you can schedule for real easily. You can register or get on the wait list if it's full for the next mindset cohort. That is a great way to move forward with the program that I created just for you. But you also can discuss customized training for your team. What would it look like for us to do something shorter or longer or more personal to your team using your language and your goals and the way that you want to grow so that you can make a bigger impact? I'm here for it. You can find out more at equippingforimpact.com. And I just want you to know that it's been an absolute privilege to share this time with you. I'm here to serve you. I can't wait to see what is next and how we're going to work together. And so let me know how I can help and what is next for you.